All right, Michelle back. Probably this will be it for today. I bet you guys are glad of that. Like, damn, shut her ass up. Not gonna happen, you know. Because when I decided to do this, see, I have a strong ego. Okay, I have a strong ego just like everybody else. I want to always look good, look presented, and give this illusion that you know. I mean, it's not a really illusion. There's a reality to my personality, but all this other posturing and carrying on, and that we do, which is unnecessary actually. You know, it is what it is, as everybody motherfucking keeps saying. But the fact of the matter is, I had to think. I know how people get shut down all the time when they want to when they have something to say. Certain people always blocked or shut down, and people, so many people want to give their theories on free speech. You know, and they love this arguing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and usually that was done intentionally. People like to see people going back and forth, back and forth, but it's usually not from people in that culture. It's these crusaders and these predators and these popcorn eating sideline cheerleaders. They love to see certain cultures go back and forth, back and forth. In the black culture, that's what we do, and then usually that's it. We don't. When I grew the community I grew up in, okay, like our family was a hot spot for entertainment. Meaning, a lot of people in the community used to come on over. But my mom, when she was in her manic state, oh God, she would be inviting everybody to the damn house. And she was a great cook, too. But anyway, she was inviting people to the house. I'm like, oh gosh. And so here they come. If you got free food, people coming. All right. So that's what was happening. So, and people would be arguing, once, like I said, once the sun went down, people went home. Or my mother told them to get the fuck out. One or the other. I don't know. People knew to go home. All right, when they knew when to go home, and so it was just not that many problems. The police came by every now and then when my dad and his drinking and carrying on. I think they came by once for him. I called the police on my dad because he was holding a rifle in his hand and carrying on, and because that's what alcohol does, is it causes you to be irrational, illogical. And I just calmly called for the police to come over and talk to him and calm him down. And my dad calmed down. My dad he was a gentle giant actually. He just had to calm him down. Sometimes he would get in his emotions. He would get into his feelings, and then boom. That's what narcotics does. It takes you out of your comfort zone. Like I said, he's a more visual type man, or was, because he did die. But he, every now and then you'll get. You have strengths in all of these modalities, but when you interfere, which we love to do, with the process of things, it's going to be a disturbance, and you're going to get irrational. You're going to get manic, and you're going to get either depressed, or there's a disturbance. It usually starts here in the thoughts, and then it shows up in your behavior. But for the most part, our household was fine. We had issues just like everybody else, and these so-called affluent neighborhoods. I don't know why the fuck they would be having as many problems as they are with those youth. The youth have a problem in these affluent neighborhoods. Yes. Okay. Young people in affluent neighborhoods have problems, but nobody wants to address that. There's always these black kids causing all the problems, and and they want to medicate them and calm them down. Yes. All right. We fought with our fists. Why would people bring out weapons? We would fight. I was fighting my brothers, and they always would beat my ass. But okay, it didn't, whatever. So I don't know. Well, they didn't beat my ass, but let's clarify with that. I mean, men are stronger than women, so let's just get off of that and move on. Okay, I don't care how masculine you think you are as a woman, you cannot beat a man. So cut it out. I'm telling you, cut it out. But anyway, so I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the theory is about black culture that it has to be banned and eroded. No one is saying what's the issue with black culture when you can produce all these high caliber, superior people of color athletes, entertainers. Like I said, the people that you love licking asses, licking their ass. Sometimes literally you would do that, or set them up and try to extort money out of them. Or find out want to know who they fucking so that you can expose that. I don't know. So I had to figure out how to get information out because I knew what was going to happen. Okay, I was going to be discredited. And that's why I wanted to point out right away that I am a black lesbian. I wanted to put that out there as soon as possible because I don't talk about it. I don't know what the fuck I need to be talking about it. I mean, honestly. I mean, if you want to sit down one-on-one and let's talk, okay, sure. I didn't feel like it was all that necessary for me to keep talking about it. I'm still a human being too. I still got responsibilities and accountabilities, and I got to take care of myself. So that's why I wanted to immediately get that out because I knew that would be the target. She's a black lesbian or she's intersex. Because of, whatever. She's a problem. She has an attitude. I knew all that stuff would be a part of the attempts to destroy my character. And until alleged Michelle was just such a problem. God, that woman was a problem. Which was a goddamn lie. I just didn't put up with that bullshit that they were trying to throw at me. I wasn't going to put up with it. Okay? So, I had to figure out, and like I said, you have to be creative. Because this technology is going to destroy a lot of people. When I say destroy, when the powers that be shut this shit all down intentionally, some of these people, that carries their cell phone in their hands 24/7 are not going to know what to do with themselves. And relying on social media 24/7. Launching businesses on it 24/7. And they can't, do anything else, to keep themselves fed. I have a lot of skills. Hell, I'll dig a ditch if I need to. I have a strength for that. So I knew what was going to happen. So that's why I chose some particular type of words, because I know words have power to them. They have power, because the words come from the thought. And I knew if I said certain words, it would get people's attention. Because I remember when I left that toxic environment, I knew this particular officer meant well. He was he meant well, but he didn't want me to touch a certain topic. About things. Not mentioning that because that's why I got attention. Because I said, I was talking about an event that happened, and no, don't touch that, So that's fine. People are understand about self-preservation. I really do. These people have to pay these mortgages on these, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 properties they have. They got to pay these mortgages. I understand that. I have to do the same. I have to do the same, and I will. Okay, I cut back, and I think I cut back in almost 75% of what I used to do before my before I retired. I cut back 75% because I used to love to have fine dining. Fine, But thankfully, I think that's the great thing. These people out here can't fucking cook. I'm sorry. Well, all right, but hey, so what? So what? So I had to learn to cook and la la la. And as time goes on, it's fine. It's fine. I just had to cut back on expenses. I rarely drive anymore right now. You know, until I can find another source of income and make sure I'm providing for myself, taking care of myself, and not be a burden to anyone. So I knew what I was doing. And I said that. I kept saying that. I know what I'm doing. I know how people like to incite things and rev people up. And get people, worked up over, they know how to put out certain words and tones to get people all worked up and, and ready to, fight instead of think. People are ready to fight now instead of think. And only a small number of people have that control of all these people. So you're going to have to be creative. That's all I'm saying. You cannot continue to allow a small handful of people to dictate your existence and how you live. Okay, so we just need to not worry about whether people are voting or not, in my opinion. Okay, give people something to vote for. Instead of aggravating them all the goddamn time with these damn robocalls. That shit should be banned. If you want to ban books, ban robocalls too. About this political bullshit. When people making all these promises that they don't keep. They're not men and women of their word. And then all you want to do is harass people. And they do that to black communities, by the way, and people of color. To the elderly. Because they know elderly are usually home. And so they call them 1,000,000 times a day. Trying to force them out to do this and to force them out to do that. Just being harassed. That's harassing to me. And brainwash. It's a brainwash. It is. It's brainwashing people. And scared them. Be creative. Some of you have these high level degrees. You went to these high level colleges, right? Don't you put it all over your profiles everywhere? Oh, okay. We just got to do better. It's a lot. We got to do better. And be honest about our failures. And not be taking it all so fucking personal. Okay, failures are opportunities. Did you know that? I think failures are opportunities. Theories are opportunities that were presented from our forefathers. Even more so on the scientific level, too. Because I think if you understood energy, we wouldn't be rushing to create these artificial intelligence. Or rushing to create weapons all the time, using all these technologies for weapons, and throwing up all these satellites all over the sky. I admit it. Why are all these satellites needed in the sky? And if you understand gravitational pull, those things are eventually going to fall, and it's going to injure and kill people, too. So, I'm going to stop there. And I'll probably edit those videos, put videos. I want to see if they get uploaded. That's what I'm waiting to see. Will it be uploaded? And then I'll come back and title them. Because I got to get myself prepared and get myself mentally prepared and ready. Do what I got to do, right? And take care of myself, provide for myself, and do the best I can to get information out. I mean, this is unsolicited information. Like I said, you can swipe the fuck out of me if you don't want to hear it. Swipe, bye bye, and go on to some shit you want to hear or listen to. There's billions of millions and billions and billions of content out there. So you decide who you want to listen to, and that shouldn't cause any problems with anybody. What people do in their own private homes, but I mean, I'm not ignorant about that either. You know, it's just unfortunate that we have to come to the brink of the destruction, and people still don't get it. Still don't get it. But I understand who I am. I understand what I am. I understand how I am. So all I can do is the best that I can to assist and help people to wake up. Because I know a lot of people want us all to go back to motherfucking sleep so they can do whatever the hell they want. And that's why they use tones, okay? So they're lying if they say they don't. They use tones. I can tell the difference in oscillation of tones. Don't fuck with me about that, okay? I know that. And sounds. But sometimes I can, some of it is so powerful that it can take me out. It can incapacitate me. I mean, those are the realities we face. Where that type of this high powered technology, that is a sonic sound, can take you out. Okay, it's a sonic sound, a vibrational energy that's being used for nefarious purposes. And like I said, the people that have that stuff in their capabilities, they don't realize that that it's going to come back on them too. They're going to be affected too. You can dump purple rain all you want. You're gonna be inhaling purple rain too. So, yeah, that's what we've become, and that's what we continue to be. And I'll just do what I can to kind of delay, in hopes of reaching people, me and others, not just me. There's thousands of us, and so like I said, I'm saying to these thousands of other people, what are y'all doing really? Well, how are you helping with this process? Good question. Good question. I don't know. I'm just curious. That's all. What are you guys doing? I don't know. I guess because we are overwhelmed. That I understand. That you get overwhelmed with responsibility, especially if you have a wife and kids or a partner, and stuff that you have to take care of. That was the whole purpose of certain experiments. Keep them overwhelmed, keep them panicking, and fearful, and carrying on. Distracted. That's what I mean. Distracted. Keep them distracted. Put up some fake clouds real quick, and all this bullshit. Yeah. All right. Talk to you soon.